Welcome to the Worship Center. It's time to get ready to hear one of God's stories. So we're going to first do our greeting. The Lord be with you and also with you. Let's sing our first song to help us get ready. Oh God, we adore you. Lay our lives before you. How we love you. Jesus, we adore you. Lay our lives before you. How we love you. Spirit, we adore you. Lay our lives before you. How we love you. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. When we hear those words, we know it's time to get ready for one of God's stories. So get ready to listen to the story of who is the greatest. This is the Sea of Galilee. So many things happen by the sea that we just have to have a small piece of it here in our room to help us tell the stories. The sea is a wonderful and strange place. When the wind blows, the sea becomes very rough and wild. And when the wind is calm, the sea is peaceful and still. Jesus and his disciples were returning to Capernaum. They were at Peter's house. Peter lived by the sea. When they got home, Jesus asked them, "What were you arguing about on the way?" But no one would answer him. They had been arguing about who among them was the greatest. Then Jesus said, "If you want to be the greatest, you must be last of all." If you want to be the greatest, you must be a servant of all. And then he took a little child in his arms and said, "Whoever welcomes a child in my name welcomes me. And whoever welcomes me welcomes not me, but God who sent me." I wonder how the disciples are feeling as they are arguing about who might be the greatest among them. I wonder how Jesus feels when he hears his disciples arguing about this. I wonder why the disciples would not answer Jesus when he asked them what they were arguing about. I wonder what they think it means to be the greatest. I wonder how they feel when Jesus says, if you want to be great, you must be last of all. Or if you want to be great, you must be a servant of all. I wonder how the child feels in Jesus' arms. I wonder how the child feels when Jesus says, "Whoever welcomes a child welcomes me and God who sent me." I wonder how the disciples feel about this. I wonder how the disciples feel about the child. I wonder how welcoming a child is like welcoming Jesus. I wonder how welcoming Jesus is like welcoming God. This story's in the Bible, and we're going to light our Christ candle to help us remember that Jesus is always with us when we hear stories about Him and when we read from the Bible. So this story is in the book of Mark, which is in the New Testament, Matthew, Mark. Who is the greatest? Jesus and his disciples went to his home in Capernaum. After they were inside the house, Jesus asked them, "What were you arguing about along the way?" They had been arguing about which one of them was the greatest, and so they did not answer. After Jesus sat down and told the 12 disciples to gather around him, he said, "If you want the place of honor, you must become a slave and serve others." Then Jesus had a child stand near him. He put his arm around the child and said, "When you welcome even a child because of me, you welcome me. And when you welcome me, you welcome the one who sent me." I'm going to change the light now. The light that's here with us in our worship center. is now filling this space, every corner of this room, and leaving the room and going out where you are now. Let's sing Go Now in Peace together. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.